Can you bring my watch? He said as he taking his all belongings. Sure, you run upstairs. Good morning, son. She came in living room. Good morning, mom. He said, smiling, but stopped as his light landed on the person. Good morning, son, cut it off by Jungkook. Don't call me that, he coldly said when his eyes landed on you, who is coming running on the stairs. Jungkook did smile forcefully, looking at his wife, and a sad smile appears on her face too. Careful, he mumbled. He shook his head as he quickly walks closer as on the last stair your foot slips and he is quick to catch you while your heart stopped for a second as you hugged him tightly like your life depends on him. While his hands around your waist, staring your eyes which is closed in fear. His mom and dad smile, looking at you both, the way he is holding you protectively. When you slowly open your eyes just to see his angelic face closer to yours, which made your heart to skip a beat. He made you stand straight and you looked down. Thank you, you said in a very low voice, but he didn't say anything. How do you know that she is going to sleep, that you walk quickly? She said while smiling, and Jungkook looked at her. Then you, as you both looked at each other. Because she always in a hurry. It happens with her most of the time, he said with his straight face which made your face. That means you love to catch me, that you come every time, huh? You said sarcastically and just looked at you with his unreadable expression. He shook his head and about to go when you held his wrist and he looked at your hand and then you, as you quickly removed your hand. Your watch, you said while looking away, and he moved closer and lifted his sleeve a little and extended. Go ahead, he said, making you surprised as you looked at him, but he is looking other side. You slowly slide the watch in his wrist while looking at him because you remember when the first time you asked him to make him wear, the attitude he showed, you still remember. It's done, you said, staring him when he looked at you. Thank you, he tried his best to say in soft tone, but his signature cold tone and going to leave anytime soon. He stared you for a few good minutes before walking outside, which brings a smile on your face. As you're busy in your world, then Mrs. John cleared her throat and you stopped smiling immediately. I am impressed, as you smiled nervously when she patted your head. I'm sure you will change this rude Jungkook to a loving one. You smiled. True, please give him all love, Ryan. You nodded. Shall I bring breakfast for you, Appa? They nodded and you walked in the kitchen. You're folding clothes when someone knocked the door. As you look, it's Jungkook's mom. Why are you knocking? Come, please. She came inside and sat with you. How's Jungkook's with you lately? She asked as you looked at her. On a serious note, I think I'm unable to understand him, but still I would say he's not that bad as he seems in the first meeting. She smiled slightly. You know, he's very sensitive. He shows that he cold and all, doesn't show his feeling. He never shares his feeling with anyone, or if he's sad or something. Why he's like this, Mom? She looked at you. It's because of the circumstances which made him like this, and somewhere I'm the reason too, she said while looking away. You could see sadness in her eyes and you didn't try to ask further as it didn't seem right to you. But I have seen little changes in him after getting married. You smile. I don't know, but yeah, lately he started behaving different from his nature. There is a silence for a while. Actually, I have organized a small function tomorrow. Her smile dropped. For Jungkook's birthday, you nodded. I thought to surprise him, so I need your help. I wanted his childhood pictures. She looked at you while smiling forcefully, as if she wants to say something, but she can't. I will give it to you. Thank you. You hugged her and she smiled. I hope you would change his mind and take his all pain away from him, she thought in mind. You bring his dinner in the room because you don't know the reason. Since his parents came, he have his dinner in his room. So today you decided to have dinner with him. He was busy in his phone when you placed dinner on the table and catching his attention. Your dinner, he kept his phone aside. Mom had her dinner, he asked as you take his clothes which is thrown on the bed. You hummed as you were about to go in washroom to them for laundry, but he stopped. There is something in the pocket, he nervously said as you looked. Oh, sorry. You checked the pocket and got a chocolate, which is your favorite. And found your bros, well, he just noticing your expression. You brought chocolate for home? You like chocolates? You asked, and he scratched his back. Actually, someone gave me. Nervously, and you raised your brows. And who's that someone? Why you ask so many questions? I just bring home because I don't like chocolates. You can have it. You made a pout. Someone who brought with so love. Why I take your gift? Pouting, and he sighed. I brought this for you, he said, making you surprised. Then why you lied earlier? He blew some air. Listen, the reason is you, because you asked too many questions. Can't you just keep it? You opened your mouth to say something, but food is getting cold. You scrunched your nose and looked at chocolate. It's my favorite, but it got mal. Should I keep it as my collection? First gift from my husband. You mumble while smiling. Well, he's just side-eyeing you. Thank you, you said, looking at him while he just nodded, making you sigh. You were getting yourself to speak as he's just busy in his laptop while you were fighting with your inner thoughts. Actually, I want to say something to you. He didn't even look at you as his eyes glued on his lappy. Can you come home early tomorrow? Nervously, and he looked at you finally. Why? Actually, Mama Papa coming for dinner. He closed his eye before speaking. I'll try. Can't say I will, he said while looking in his laptop. Jungkook, please come. I will be waiting for you. You said in serious tone and turned your back to him to sleep. He just stared your back for minutes. What I'm doing to her, he mumbled in very low voice. He kept his laptop aside and laid while facing your back and drifted into sleep. You slowly opened your eyes as you turned to him and smiled, looking at his face. There is a lot more your eyes say than you. I wish you open up with me someday, you said while kissing his cheek. As you looked at the clock, it's 12 already. Many happy returns of the day. I wish I could give you the happiness. You pat his forehead lightly, make sure he won't wake up. No one is going to wish him, you said to his parents as they're looking at you while slightly smiling. You got a call as you go in corner to pick, and they just look at you. Did you tell her? He said to his wife, and she shook her head. Jungkook won't allow me to do that. Also, I can't stop her to look at her, how happy she is. Maybe for her, he might celebrate his birthday this year. Or what if he won't like? You know him. She looked at him. I don't know, but I don't want my son to live in dark anymore. What you did was past, but my son is still suffering. Maybe I forgive you because my emotion overpowered me. But he wouldn't, nor he would. He looked down. I don't deserve his forgiveness though, that's why I'm still suffering. I never deserved to be a husband nor a father. Her throat became heavy. Jungkook came down while struggling with his tie as you are in the kitchen and smiling widely, doing work. He forgot what he came for as he got lost in your beauty. And when your eyes landed on him. Oh, Jungkook, you need something? You said while untying your apron, and making him look away as you raised your brows before standing in front of him. Can you help me with this? He said while showing his tie as you sighed. Don't you wear tie before marriage? You said while making him wear and while his eyes fixed on your face as you looked at him. Huh? Means how you used to wear your tie before? He cleared his throat. Before I had clip-on tie, you poke your tongue, and now, raising brows, I have you, making your heart to skip a beat as you are looking at him, and he is already looking at you with his cold gaze. Thank you, as you already fixed it, and he take his belongings. Breakfast, he was about to walk. I have to go early to finish an important work, so I have my breakfast in office. Also, I will come home early, he said, making you smile. Really? And he nodded, making you smile widely, and you hugged him all of a sudden. He started beating so fast as you hugged him, he can feel goosebumps. Thank you so much, excitedly, and he froze at his spot as soon as you realized you quickly broke. Sorry, and he bit your tongue, but he didn't say anything. He take his things and left from there quickly. You internally slapped yourself. He got up from the car and smiled, looking at the flower bouquet. Then your smiling face. It's not just enough for you what you do for me, he mumbled, looking at the flowers. I don't know what's happening to me, but I'm liking this feeling, he mumbled again. He entered in the house as lights were off, catching him off guard as he's about to turn on his flash, but suddenly lights on and you burst a party popper. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, including others as your parents were also there and some of close friends, relatives. His smile dropped as he looked all around who was wishing him, and he looked at you who was smiling widely. He looked at his mom with a questioning look. Happy birthday, son, they wished while he smiled forcefully. Happy birthday, bro, whined brother as he hugged him while he just remained silent, looking at wine. He's feeling anxious when you dragged him, holding his hand, and he's trying his best not to burst out. Let's cut the cake, excitedly, and he's just looking at you as tears filling in his eyes, which he is expert to hide. Oh, I forgot. Wait, as you took the remote and played the video in projector of his childhood photos, his blood started boil as he looked at the picture with his dad, and breath becoming heavy looking at those pictures of his childhood. When you called his parents to join him in cake cutting, and he looked at his father clenching his jaws and gritting teeth. Appa, you said, making him stand next to him. Jungkook made feast while his father was scared. Okay, let's cut the cake. Before you could complete, he threw the cake on the floor, making you shocked. He yelled, making you flinch. Son, she tried to approach him, but he smashed that projector on the floor harshly and you couldn't process. Jungkook, he grabbed your shoulder harshly in anger. What do you think of yourself? Where did you get this idea? Who told you to do this? He yelled. I just want to surprise you. Who told you to surprise me? Did I ask you? He yelled again. Jungkook, how dare you talk like this with my sister? He said while separating him from you as he stand in between and grabbed his collar. She has done all this for you, that's how you pay back to her? He yelled while you stood there froze. I didn't tell her to do that, he said while removing his hand from his collar, glaring at him with his dark orbs. He slammed the flower vase on the floor, making you flinch and groan in pain as a piece of glass pierced your skull. Making him quickly look at you as you sit back while tears drop from your eyes as your feet started bleeding. Your brother and him quickly rushed to you, including others too. Ryan, concerning voice as he checked, and Jungkook was standing there. Jin's eyes turned red as he got up and punched Jungkook's face, making it bleed corner of his mouth, and your heart dropped. Oppa! He grabbed his collar. You don't deserve her. That's how you treat her, huh? While his eyes showing remorse. This is not right time for this, Jung. He removed his hand as he quickly rushed to bring the first aid kit and came back. He was about to go, but Jin blocked his way. Not you, glaring at him as he snatched the first aid kit from his hand and started treating your wound. He was standing there looking at you with the guilt as your eyes also on him. Tears were in your eyes. He was looking at you with apologetic look and you look away. Son, she tried to check his wound but it didn't let her and Dad glared at his father. Let's go, Wine. I will not leave you with this man here for a second. You looked at Jungkook. Jin held your wrist and about to make you stand, but Jungkook held your other wrist. You won't, he said in cold voice. You can't stop a brother to take his sister with him. Your sister is my wife too, Jin chuckled bitterly. A man like you don't deserve a wife. Jungkook didn't say anything as he kneeled down in front of you. Please forgive me if you can, pleading voice making your tears to drop. Can you see that cape? Can you see the decoration, Jungkook? Heavy thought, and he shut his eyes to prevent his tears from falling. I made everything with love. I did everything for you, but what you did, you think a sorry can fix? He looked down. You hurted me, making his tear to drop. Jin gave support to stand you as Jungkook was holding your wrist and you looked at him where he was saying please, but you looked away, making him lose his grips as he got up and wiped his tears and ran upstairs without looking back. And you were about to follow him, but Jin held your wrist, making you stop while his mom followed him. And she raced in the room. He started breaking things as he punched his hand on the wall multiple times, making his knuckles to bleed. Son, please stop, she yelled in pleading voice. Why, Mom? Why didn't you stop her? You knew everything, he yelled. I wanted to, but I don't want you to hold your past, and she was so excited. You know, right? I hate my birthday the most. I hate everything related to my childhood. Then why? You hate the reason behind it. I know you can't forgive him. At least try to move on. Don't let your past to hurt you in the same way. How can you forgive him, Mom? I loved him. When you love someone, you can't see them suffer. Jungkook looked at her. Wine has no fault. Why you did all this? She wanted you to be happy. Jungkook sat on his knees, covering his ears. I don't know. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know. It's hurting, Mom. Verge of crying, and she sat on his level. You should have talked to her. She would definitely understand you. He took a long breath and shook his head. I don't deserve nice things because I'm paying for the sins I have never made. She doesn't need to suffer in my sufferings. Tears dropped from his eyes as he got up and walked out of the room. 2 days passed like this. It's been 2 days that you are at your father's house and didn't talk to him from that day. Now he tried to call you, which breaks your heart. As you're walking in your lawn, looking at your phone screen, trying to call him but not getting courage. You were so in your thoughts that you didn't see the boundaries you're about to fall. But a strong muscular arm wrapped around your waist and your eyes closed in fear as you slowly opened just to see an angelic face, none other than your husband. as his eyes showing longing for you, and you both stayed like that for a moment. You gently kissed his bruised wedge and punched him as a tear slowly exhaled from your eyes, which he wiped gently. You were right. I love holding you in my arms. And you came to your senses and straight. He picked your phone from the ground as his name is in screen, making his heart to clench. As he slowly extended, he quickly take without looking at him and his eyes fixed on you. Ryan stopped as soon as his eyes landed on Jungkook. What are you doing here? I'm here to talk to my wife, he said in low voice, looking at you. She doesn't want to. Let her decide she wants or not, he said softly, making your eyes shut and tears to drop. Please, Ryan, I will leave you if you still didn't forgive me and never show my face. Pleading voice, and you looked at him with your teary eyes. You took so long, and he intertwined his hands in yours. I know. You closed the door as you extended him a glass of water, but he took from your hands and placed on nightstand and made you sit on the bed and sit down and holding your both hands gently. I'm so sorry. His tear dropped on your hand. My life was so mess until you came. I started getting out of my zone. You make me smile even though I'm sad. But there's something that I'm still trying to heal. I was 10 when I started hating my birthday. Thanks to my father for turning a very special day into a horrible one. He left us suffering. I begged him a lot not to leave us, but he didn't listen to me. He left his 10-year-old son on his birthday, crying. That memory kept haunting me, and his thought became more heavy. Heart clenched, seeing his condition, and now you're regretting your behavior as you cupped his face, making him look at you and wiped his tear. I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Crying was as you sat on his level and hugged him tightly, and he broke down in your arms. I hate him so much. I hate him. And you patted his back. You both are sitting on the floor and his head on your shoulder and one hand intertwined with yours. He's suffering from last stage cancer. My mom can't see him suffer. He lost his everything. He would never come back to her life if she doesn't worry about him. That's why I agree her. I don't know why always people with good heart always suffer. He did so much bad things to us, but I can't see him suffer. Not him. Anyone. I hate him so much that I can never forgive him till my last breath. But I can't see him suffer. A tear dropped from his eyes, which he wiped gently. People say time heals everything, but that's not true because some traumas never heal. They give you scars and it gives you a reminder. That give you a memory. They never can heal, but we can replace that memory by creating new ones, you said while kissing his cheek. He hugged you tightly, making your tears to fall, and you hugged him back. I missed you so much. Me too. I told myself that you don't deserve me, but I can't live without you. I need you. Shh, don't say that again. You deserve everything. Patting his back while he hugged you more tightly. You looked at the decoration which he did in your bedroom. Lots of candle and flowers. You were so mesmerized when he walked in with the cake and placed on table. Let's make new memories. You smiled and nodded. Make a wish before blowing, you said, and he nodded as he closed his eyes before blowing. You were clapping and went just for him to cut the cake, but he pulled you and gave a knife in your hand and cut the cake, and he fed you as tears were in his eyes, and you gestured him not to cry. And he sniffing and nodded a little. You took a piece of cake and fed him. belated happy birthday. You put some cake on his cheeks and giggle, making him scrunch his nose. You're laughing, looking at his face when he smiled, looking at you as you were about to walk, but he pulled you closer to him and intensely looked at you. As he gently rubbed his cheeks with your, applying the cake on your cheeks, making your grip too tight on his shoulder, and looked at you again. Thank you for everything. You smiled and kissed his bruise as there is still a scar. You leaned a little and placed a soft kiss on his corner of his lips, making his heart to skip a beat. I love you, you said softly, and a tear escaped from his eyes, which you wiped gently and hugged him. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, comment down.